Someone in the cell went to get the breakfast for the whole cell. The breakfast consisted of rice porridge with steamed buns. When Jenna and others were eating, they found that Elaine hadn't come out, so she told someone to say, "Go in and see if the sorrowful woman is dead, and drag her out if she isn't." So the man came to the toilet, took a look at Elaine, and found Elaine was curled up in the corner shivering, so she walked forward, grabbed her hair, and abruptly pulled her out of it. When Elaine came out, Jenna was already eating her box of lunch. Just like yesterday morning, Jenna finished the steamed buns and deliberately left about 1/3 of the porridge. Then she looked at Elaine and said playfully, "You haven't eaten anything for 2 days and 2 nights. You must be hungry?" Elaine nodded in a daze, and said, "Sister Jenna, please let me have a bite, otherwise I might really die." Jenna sneered and poured all the porridge in the bowl on the ground, then tapped a little with her toes, and said with a sneer, "Do you want to eat it? Then lick it on the ground." When Jenna asked Elaine to lick the porridge on the ground yesterday, Elaine was 10,000 unwilling. Because she felt that, no matter what, she could not just lie on the ground and do such abusive things just to eat one bite. But now, she can't take care of so much anymore. What about the 3 abuses? As long as they can fill up their stomachs, or even just fill up, let herself kneel on the ground and lick. So she immediately knelt down and lay on the ground without hesitation, licking the cold porridge on the concrete floor with her tongue. Old Mrs. Wilson couldn't be more happy seeing this scene. The thought that Elaine might stay in it for 10 to 20 years or even longer in the future made her feel even more excited. Elaine licked the porridge on the ground bit by bit, and even ate a lot of sand in her mouth, but she didn't care about it at all. At this moment, the prison guard opened the door of the cell, looked at Elaine in the room, and said coldly, "Elaine, come out, the police station is about to interrogate." Those who have not been sentenced in the detention center are collectively referred to as suspects. Suspects are often taken back to the police station by the police for interrogation. This is also a normal process. As soon as Elaine heard that she was going to be interrogated, she had no doubts. She immediately got up with difficulty, crying, and rushed to the door, watching the prison guard pleading, "Please, take me away soon." She didn't know long ago that this arraignment was just a good show arranged for her by her son-in-law Charlie. The prison guard saw her in such a miserable state, her whole body was wounded, even 2 front teeth had fallen, and he couldn't help but be surprised. Immediately, she said to Elaine, "Come out quickly, the police officer who will pick you up is still waiting." These 2 police officers are the 2 police officers who sent Elaine over the previous 2 days. After less than 48 hours, Elaine has become inhumane, making them a little dumbfounded. But they also knew that someone had already greeted them and prevented them from asking about Elaine, so they all pretended not to see it and said directly to Elaine, "Let's go, our car is waiting outside." After that, the man walked up to Elaine with handcuffs and handcuffed her hands together. Elaine followed them out and asked nervously, "Comrade police officer, I was really wronged. Is there any progress in your case? When will my grievance be cleared and when will you let me go home?" After speaking, Elaine couldn't help but wept bitterly. The police officer said, "You are now involved in a transnational fraud case. This is the largest transnational fraud ever recorded in the world, and you, as the first suspect we have now, are the key to our investigation and arrest. Breakthrough." After that, the police officer said again, "If you are more acquainted, you'd better confess all your accomplices. This can help us solve the case, and it can also help you do meritorious service and strive for leniency." Elaine cried bitterly and said tremblingly, "Comrade Constable, please believe me, I am willing to swear with my life that I really don't know anything about this. The person you are going to arrest is my son-in-law. I can take you to arrest him. If you have any problems, you can try him, or even shoot him, there is no problem, but you can't wrong the good guy."